What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the End to End podcast. Today, we're coming at y'all with the second episode of the Gauntlet. If y'all not familiar with the Gauntlet, it's basically our very own football debate tournament. So, for this edition, we got 4 competitors to come out. Let's get straight to it.
All right, guys, for the first topic, we have Ronaldo peaked higher than Thierry Henry. So, who wants to start?
I'll start.
All right. Timer starts now.
All right, so I think we can all agree that Ronaldo is the best player that the Premier League has ever seen. I think, that's just evident. He's in the GOAT debate. Thierry Henry is not in the GOAT debate. Ronaldo won a Ballon d'Or at Man United 07-08 season. Thierry Henry has no Ballon d'Or. He won a treble. Again, that's something that Thierry Henry, there's nothing that he did at Arsenal that really compares with that. People are going to say, going invincible. But no, in my opinion, a treble is much more difficult, especially when a lot of those games you're just drawing at the end of the day. It's not even the highest point total. The goals he was scoring in that season, which I would say was his peak at United, 08, were ridiculous. Outside of the box, bangers, free kicks, headers, everything. Anything that you wanted, he gave it to you.
All right, we're good.
All right, cool. Okay. Can go next.
All right, Mac, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go.
I think it's very evident from every single legend, every single fan that Thierry Henry is the Premier League GOAT. Top 5 in goals of all time, top 3 in GA of all time. He's the Arsenal best player in Premier League history. He has a better peak. He has more GA in a singular season than Ronaldo. And even the coaches will back Thierry Henry over Ronaldo in the Premier League themselves. He has better performances, has better derby performances, and he's also won more Premier League titles. So, no, not more Premier League titles, but he's played in the worst team. I think that's about it for Thierry Henry. We can go to the rebuttal. So there's not much to say about him.
You can still talk. You still got some
I can still talk about him.
You good?
I'm good. Honestly, I'm good.
Okay. So this is the rebuttal for ET Media as to why Cristiano Ronaldo peaked higher than Thierry Henry in the Premier League era.
Okay. So first, you said he's the best Arsenal player of all time. Well, that doesn't mean anything, like in comparison to Manchester United, Arsenal's legends, they just pale in comparison. You said he had higher GA in any season than Ronaldo ever did, but Ronaldo was playing as a midfielder. Of course, he's not going to have the same GA as a striker. That's just irrelevant. It's even greater the fact that he was able to put up the stats that he did as a midfielder. He was able to score all of those goals from the midfield. I think also the fact that, I forgot what exactly it was that you were saying about just the records. Oh, yeah, that he's top 5 in goals, top 5 in assists, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, but Ronaldo barely played in the Prem in his prime. But his peak was shorter in the Prem, so we got to compare based off of the time that he spent there. And in my opinion, Ballon d'Or speaks for itself.
All right. Keep that in mind, Mark. You get Mac, my bad. You get your second minute, and then it's the conclusion now. ET Media, mute while he's talking for the mic control, please. Thank you.
All right, cool. I just need like a second to gather.
I'm gonna start off the minute now. One second. I'm gonna start off the minute now.
All right, so he stated that Ronaldo has played less in the Premier League, but at the same time, if we go peak for peak within the Premier League alone, Thierry Henry has put up better numbers. And you say he was a midfielder, sure, but Sir Alex Ferguson in the season before Ronaldo left to Real Madrid, of course, in the 07-08 season, he platformed Ronaldo in the United squad. He made sure Ronaldo was higher up the pitch. He made Ronaldo get more goals and assists alongside Rooney. So, in fact, basically, Sir Alex Ferguson made sure Ronaldo was the peak goal scorer in the team, which is why he got the golden boot. He realized Ronaldo's goal scoring potential. He realized Ronaldo's assistant potential. Therefore, he put him on a plateau, be above everyone else. Therefore, he created more goals, which is why he won the treble, Carabao Cup, Premier League, and the Champions League. You named the Ballon d'Or, but in the 02-03 season, Thierry Henry was clearly the best player in the world. Only Pavel Nedved was above him, and that was even debatable as well. Everyone after the Ballon d'Or ceremony was saying that Thierry Henry should have won. 24 goals, 20 assists, the only player in Premier League history to ever do that.
That's 1 minute. That's 1 minute. That was much better than your first attempt, though. I'm not gonna lie. Great comeback. All right, ET Media, 30-second conclusion. Then Mac, you get your 30-second conclusion. Then we move on to the second topic. Go ahead, bro. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, we can talk about, Sir Alex platformed him or, whatever the case may be. Nonetheless, he was a midfielder. We're comparing him to a striker. Yet, again, he won a treble. Again, nothing that Thierry Henry accomplished even compares to that. And once again, Ballon d'Or, it speaks for itself. The amount that he overperformed his XG that season was it has never been done again. It's never been done before. So that's all I got to say.
Fair enough. Mac, you get your 30-second conclusion, then we will judge the first debate, essentially.
That's
Go ahead, bro.
All right, you named the midfielder argument, but that doesn't make any sense. Thierry Henry still scored, has more assists in his peak. He dropped deeper. He playmaked more. He was also better at switching diagonals. He was also at running play, better at running channels. He was overall the better playmaker. So the midfield argument doesn't really run here. Thierry Henry is clearly a better goal scorer, clearly a better playmaker, can do Ronaldo's job better than him. In fact, there was a game Ronaldo played attacking midfield, and he got 2 assists and a goal that game. He got an assist and a goal against Manchester City away from home. This guy is a great playmaker, great goal scorer, which is why he's the goal.
That's it. All right, that was good. Better than, again, the first attempt, but we'll rise the judges. All right, so we'll start off with Ruben. Well, who did you think won that round, and why did you think they won that round?
In this debate, I thought ET Media won the first round, and then I thought Mac won the second round, and he had a better conclusion. ET Media, you were really focusing on the Ballon d'Or, but that doesn't mean that Thierry Henry didn't do anything that could have deserved Ballon d'Or back in his day. I think Mac got this one.
Personally, I disagree. I don't disagree with the way you broke it down, but I don't necessarily think that means he won the debate just because he won 2 rounds and the other guy won 1 round. That's not how I break it down. I look at the complete argument, the totality of the debate. Mark, like I said, he did bring it back in the second round, and he was really good in the third round in his conclusion. But he fumbled at the start. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you were 3-0 down and then you scored 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. Like, you fumbled at the start, but it's best 2 out of 3. If you win the next 2 debates, you go through in like the way I see it, and you can still win this one because Xavier is going to be the deciding vote. That's my opinion, though.
Sure. Well, I feel like I got set up, but I'm good. I'm kind of in between both of these guys. Like, the first round clearly goes to ET Media. Like, the lights were a little too bright for my boy Mac. But to be fair, like, I'm not gonna take away too many points like in the first round of the video. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna show a little bit more leeway there.
I hear you.
Because when he was actually prepared and ready, he delivered.
He could.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to, but the first round clearly goes to ET Media. The second round,
but ET Media was good second round and third round.
I
too.
agree. Hey, it's my turn, bro. Mute up, bro. Bro. But basically, second round, in my opinion, bro, is very like I thought it was over for Mac when I heard ET Media start the second round because he attacked the points very, very well. And he performed like his second round was almost as good as his first round. Like the first round was really good. But I think Mac, I think it's tied. The second round is tied for me. I think Mac really delivered. And for me, I always value a better conclusion. Like the conclusion is always going to be the more valuable for me personally. And I think ET Media was way too repetitive in his conclusion because he felt too comfortable that like he had already won. And I think that's where he fucked up because if he was on the same timing, it would have been clean sweep. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm not mad at the way you just both of y'all broke it down.
I think Mac delivered a better conclusion, and I value conclusions.
I agree.
Product. You know what I mean?
I just like for me, the argument has to be complete. Nothing has to be like if one person is consistent throughout 3 rounds and you weren't, you automatically lose in my opinion. That's just needed.
I will not show leeway in the second round. That I will say. I will not forgive any hiccups or mistakes. This was the very first round. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna take away 5 points. I took out 2 points.
Hey, but ET Media, you see the Arsenal fan voted for you. You feel me? So clearly you see that the panel isn't biased. Cool. We're gonna bring up the second topic. Let me go spin the wheel.
Ready? We get straight to it.
Yep.
All right, bet. So the topic is for this debate: Messi robbed Haaland of the Ballon d'Or in the 22-23 season. You went first last time. We're going with Mac. Ready?
Yep.
3. Let me put my phone on do not disturb so certain notifications don't pop up.
Sure, bro.
I bet. 3, 2, 1, go.
When you're comparing the greatest players of all time, you don't only look at goals, and I feel like that's the main starting point for Haaland. Everyone always looks at goals, but Messi had that and more. Combined with the fact that it was a World Cup season, Messi was the best player in the World Cup by a mile, in my opinion. If you look at the World Cup history, 02 Ronaldo's literally scored 9 goals in a calendar year. Yeah, he still won the World Cup. 018 Modric scored 5 goals and he still won the Ballon d'Or. 06 Kaká, he scored less than 20 goals, still won the Ballon d'Or. So everything you can see from this doesn't mean the goals are the primary point you look at. Messi was an amazing playmaker, the best playmaker of the year. Assist he had, he was only 3G below Haaland, and he won 3 trophies that year. Haaland won 4 or 3, I'm pretty sure. But if you compare both of them as players, where they were, their roles, what they played in the team for Argentina and PSG respectively, Messi offered more to his team. He was a more vital aspect. He was more of a core. Haaland, the games that he didn't have KDB or Rodri, he could not function. He couldn't score as much goals. He needed service. Messi was the service.
All right, time's up. Perfect.
Yep.
Good time management. All right, mute up for me right quick.
Yeah, sure.
You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
So for me, I feel like when you look at Messi, he played in a PSG squad where, you know, it was stacked. You look at Argentina, it was also stacked. City was also stacked, to be fair. But when you look at that Argentina squad, I think really why Messi won it was because of the World Cup. When you look at that team, he didn't contribute anything really out of possession. He was being carried by his teammates out of possession. Julian Alvarez, what's his name? Enzo Fernandez, McAllister, they were doing everything so that he would be able to just, you know, pull the strings a little bit. I do understand he orchestrated everything, but for Haaland, you got to look at the fact that City failed time after time after time to win the Champions League. Haaland comes there, first season they win the Champions League and a treble, something that has only been done by one other team in the Premier League ever. Major accomplishment. On top of that, his first season, he broke the Premier League goals record. That is something that hadn't been done for a very long time as well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good, perfect. Time management. My bad, I couldn't mute for a second.
That's fine. Round 2?
All right. Ready for round 2?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
PSG squad was not stacked by any means. They had technical deficiencies in every single corner of the pitch. Mauricio Pochettino was a terrible coach. He couldn't manage players properly. He had 2 teenagers in midfield. A new Gen Vitinha. He had Abu Diallo, I'm pretty sure, in midfield. And he had a worse Verratti. That team was not good by any means. They had the worst Sergio Ramos too. Their defense was horrible. They stank. They had holes in every single angle of the pitch. Messi was contributing in playmaking and goal scoring, and he was there to feed Mbappe. Going to Argentina, you said out of possession, Messi doesn't do much, but Messi was dragging players off the defensive line. He was pulling off strings on the channels. He was dragging off defenders and his left back. That's what Messi does. His dribbling does that. His movement does that. He confuses defenders. He's also plays the strings you mentioned. Those strings he pulled every single one. He created the most chances, had the most key passes, had the most assists in the World Cup. Also had the second most goals, I'm pretty sure, right behind Mbappe. So if you look at every single angle in the final third and the central third in terms of control, Messi dominated the World Cup, the biggest trophy and the most prestigious trophy of all time, by the way. Modric did this in 2018 and he won the World Cup. Ronaldo did this in 2009 and 2002.
Time. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I think, yeah. I mean, ultimately, it's going to be hard to argue against the World Cup point because Haaland just was not there. If Haaland was there, I think, you know, we would have seen something completely different. I think he definitely would have been among the top goal scorers in the World Cup. I think we're going to see this upcoming World Cup that he's going to be among there. But you said the World Cup is the biggest trophy. That is true. But again, a treble in the Premier League, this is something that has been done, I think, only 3 times. This is something that is a very, very difficult accomplishment to achieve. Something that if Haaland never came to City, again, you're talking about creation. And again, KDB was pulling those strings. Foden maybe at times was pulling those strings. But again, they fell short time after time after time because at the end of the day, pulling strings is good, but you need someone who's going to be able to deliver the goals, who's going to be able to finish it off. And that's what Haaland did time after time after time. Again, he broke the Premier League goals record in that season for his first season. I mean, I think he deserved it personally.
Okay, good time management. All right, you guys ready to hop in right into the conclusions?
Sure. Yep.
All right, perfect. 3, 2, 1, go.
For my conclusion, I 100% agree. Haaland was amazing that season, but you said pulling the strings was for KDB and all that. But the thing is, when Haaland did not have KDB, no Rodri on the pitch, he could not score goals. He could not create those goals. He later advanced later in the future, but at that point in time, he wasn't scoring goals. The 21-22 UCL final, KDB got injured. So yeah, if they had KDB in that final, they would have won because they beat Chelsea earlier that season. Who said they couldn't replicate it? KDB's injury was a vital part in them not winning. They already had a perfect squad. Haaland coming in obviously completed the puzzle and everything, but I understand that. Time? Cool.
Yeah, it's 30 seconds. Good, though. That was really good. All right. You ready, ET?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thing is, I personally don't want to live in the coulda, shoulda, woulda type of world. Ultimately, they had never won the Champions League until Haaland came, and that was because they needed a striker who was going to be able to finish off the goals. You said, yeah, I don't even want to address that. Then you went on to talk about, again, I just want to say that ultimately I can't compete with, what Messi did in the World Cup. Haaland wasn't there, so that's difficult to even have that discussion. But for club, it was not even a competition.
Time. Okay, good. Conrad, come up. Put Ruben up. I think you guys both did better. Genuinely, I think you guys did really good. Let's get into it. I'm going first this time.
Okay, I'll go last.
Yeah. All right. Honestly, you guys did that. First round is really a toss-up. I think you guys both, it was just introduction, so you guys were both like putting information out there, having your arguments, and I think you guys both made good arguments. Second round, very close, but I'm leaning more towards ET. But the conclusion, once again, I apologize. Your conclusion, 5 seconds in, amazing. You rebutted exactly what he was saying. The coulda, shoulda line, amazing. Perfect. I think you stuttered a little bit. The first time you hit it, you fixed it. I was like, ooh. He said, I'm not even going to address that. I said, okay, fine. And then you stuttered again, and you didn't like, you were as quick on your feet the second time. So I couldn't be like Aura, you know what I mean? So I'm going Mac. I'm sorry, bro. I'm really not against you, I promise. Ruben, what you think?
That's fair.
I actually have ET Media. I thought he defended Haaland really well, bringing up the goal scoring record being broken. How City finally won the treble after trying for years and years and years. And they both had the great arguments, but I got ET Media for this one.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Personally, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta go Mac. I don't want to do the whole dramatic shit. ET Media, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I felt like that was a much worse performance than your first debate, personally. And there's points I wanted you to make in the angle I wanted you to take that people usually take when they're trying to discredit Messi's Ballon d'Or. I feel like you should have tried to take that angle more, discredit the World Cup, even if you don't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, be like, it's a 7-game tournament. Winning the Ballon d'Or off a 7-game tournament is egregious. Messi, 5 penalties. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was points I wanted you to make that you just didn't make. And Mac was brilliant.
Fair.
Mac, that was amazing. Compared to your first performance, that was really good. And I'm consistent with my logic. From first round to third round, you were amazing. Yep. ET Media, you fell off in the third round as well, which I'm consistent with my logic. I need a complete argument from the first 3 rounds. But I'm not going to hold you, ET Media. Keep pulling up to these tournaments. We're going to keep having them. This is going to be a thing we do keep doing on the channel. I can see you winning the next
You're
one.
clearly a good debater.
You understand the concept now. You're more familiar with it. Please come back next time, bro. I need to see more.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for the debate, bro. You're smart.
To any future ones. I love doing this. And Mac, good job.
And shout your shit out, bro. Well, where can we find you? Instagram, TikTok, everything, bro. Shout out whatever you want to shout out.
On Instagram at e_t.media. On YouTube, Toa TV. That's TOWA TV. And then I also have a Substack at Erwin Toa Photo.
Send me the links. I'll put them in the description as well, bro. No problem.
Awesome.
And Mac, shout, you can, since you're through to the next round, you can probably do that at the end of the video for more aura. You're good.
Bro,
All right. I'm going to fuck with you. Media, stay safe, bro.
Hold on. Bro, we need bro for a video because we already have Ozzy, who's a Man U fan, right? Mm-hmm. We can do 2 Man United fans versus a Chelsea and Arsenal fan.
Hit me up. I'm down.
Something like that. All right, I'm gonna follow you, bro. We in contact now, bro.
Bet.
Stay safe.
Safety, bro.
Stay safe.
Hold on. How do I? Yeah, perfect. Mac, you got anything to say for yourself, bro? You in the next round? What you gotta say for yourself, bro?
I wish the next person good luck. It was a good debate. ET had good rhetoric as well, and highly respect him. Smart guy, honestly.
I bet. Respectable, bro. All right, we're gonna bring up Elliot and Sergio. Appreciate you, man.
That's plus
the next round,
team chemistry right there.
That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think Mac was gonna bring it back after messing up at the start. But what a comeback for Mac knows ball. ET Media, you did very well too, bro. That was a very commendable effort. Hope to see you next time. But let's get into the next debate. We got my boy Elliot versus my boy Sergio. Let's get straight to it. Bukayo Saka or Rodrigo? Do y'all feel comfortable arguing that? Elliot, do you feel comfortable arguing?
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one.
Okay,
that's a good one. Yeah.
I bet. Who wants to start? Who feels comfortable? We can flip a coin if y'all want to make it even more fair. If somebody's willing to start, y'all could just start.
I say we flip it.
All right, cool. Sergio, heads or tails?
Tails.
Siri, flip a coin. It's tails. All right, so Sergio, you're gonna go first. All right, Sergio, give us your 1-minute introduction as to why Bukayo Saka is a better footballer than Rodrigo. Go ahead, bro.
So easily, it's not even a debate. Bukayo Saka clears with Rodrigo. Rodrigo is in a better side, a 15-time Champions League winning side, the biggest club of all time. Yet Saka is doing it in the best league in the world consistently, years after years, winning individual awards. And even though he hasn't really stepped up in the final stages of the Premier League to deliver the title, he's going to do it this season. So he's going to be a Premier League winner, which is a bigger achievement than La Liga, which only has 2 teams competing every single year. So Saka, when it comes to chance creating, dribbling, consistency, doing it for international level. I mean, do you even see Rodrigo start for Brazil every week? You don't. Whenever it's an international tournament, whether it's Copa America or it's the World Cup coming up, no one's even sure if he's going to get called up. He's going to get called up, but he's probably going to be on the bench. Saka, he starts for England every World Cup, every international stage. Obviously, people say, oh, what is England looking like? Or England's too inconsistent. But everyone agrees on who's starting a right wing, and it's Bukayo Saka easily because he clears. He's the better winger. He's the better player. And if he was in Real Madrid, he'd win more Champions League, score more goals, and be a more influential player. Time.
Perfect. Great time management. Mute up real quick for the mic control, please. Appreciate you. Elliot, give us your 1-minute introduction as to why Rodrigo is better than Bukayo Saka. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so first of all, Rodrigo played for Real Madrid, the best team in the world. Rodrigo has really been in not just goal assist, but in terms of playing, he's one of the best players in the world. Every club want him. You see Man City that want him this summer, and it's every club that want him. In terms of title, he has 2 Champions League. He has been really, 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 really important in the Champions League where he scored 2 goals in the last minute against Man City. Yes, this season, since Kylian Mbappe came to Madrid, it has been a bit more hard for him. But when you look at everything he has done for Real Madrid, him and Vinicius has been probably the 2 best players in the world at some point. And Rodrigo, for me, not just in term, but in terms of dribbling, is so much better than Saka. Saka played for Arsenal. He never won the Premier League, never won the Champions League, only won one FA Cup, I think. And yes, this season they're first, but who tell you that they're not gonna fumble like always? They always fumble. Arsenal always fumble. Real Madrid is the best team of all time, and it's hard to play in the best team of all time. When you see Brahim Diaz,
time. Good though. That was a great start from both sides. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Both of y'all, anybody can win at this point. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Sergio, 1 minute again, and then you get your 30-second conclusion. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So you mentioned the fact that Rodrigo is playing for the biggest club of all time, but obviously when you come playing for the biggest club of all time, you're gonna have more PR. People initially just seeing him play for the biggest club of all time are gonna assume the fact that, oh yeah, he's a better player. Plus nationality tax is gonna come into it. He plays for Brazil, the biggest footballing nation of all time. But like I mentioned, he doesn't start. He's not the starter. He's right-footed playing right wing. If he was really as good as Real Madrid fans like to talk about, he'd be starting left wing and he'd have to accommodate Vinny to play right wing, attacking midfielder or striker. But the truth is, he just isn't. Saka, in his role as a right winger, being left-footed, is able to score more goals. He can cut in. Like I mentioned, the fact he's chance creating, goal scoring, and statistically he's better in a worse side and in a better league with higher competition and better quality. The best striker, the best player in the world right now is Haaland, and he eclipsed Mbappe. He has more goals and more GA, and he's doing it for club and nation. Saka, like I mentioned, is starting every single time England play, whether it's a tournament, whether it's a friendly, and the fans love him. The fans adore him. Arsenal fans adore him because
Time. That's time. That's 1 minute. All right. Mute up, and then you get your 30-second conclusion after he's done. All right. Appreciate you. Elliot, another minute, and then you get your 30-second conclusion. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so you mentioned that Saka is a better dribbler, a better scorer, and a better playmaker. That's not true. Rodrigo is a so much better dribbler than Saka. For me, Saka is not even a good dribbler. You have Doku, you have way more winger in the Premier League better than Saka. You have Doku is 10 times much better. Eze, even at Arsenal, Saka has never been a good dribbler for me. He's just efficiency. Like he's good to score goal at the right moment, but he's not like good. You mentioned that Arsenal are gonna win the Premier League this season. It's not true. Like I said, they're gonna fumble. And for me, Saka has never been a good winger for me. He started his career at a left back, and there's a reason for this. Saka also, you said that he start every game for the national team in England. It's not true that he's that much decisive. We saw at the Euro, there was so much better player like Bellingham and more player. And with Brazil, Rodrigo is also a starter. When you look at the lineup, he's always there in the starting lineup for years now. And when I think about all this, I think that Rodrigo is a much. Yeah.
It's time. That was good though. That was good. You finished at 58 seconds. Don't worry about it. Yeah. 30-second conclusion, Sergio, and then Elliot ends it with his 30-second conclusion. Go ahead, bro.
So for the 30-second conclusion, I'm just going to destroy you on the points that you brought up. So you brought up the fact that Saka initially was brought into the team at left back. At left back, I remember a statistic where he had some of the most chances created and most assists in Europe alongside Kevin De Bruyne and Trent Alexander-Arnold, who are already established in their roles. And that was at left back. Now at right winger, like I mentioned, always starting for England, always doing it for club and country consistently. Unlike Rodrigo, you mentioned the fact earlier that when Mbappe has come, he's been a no-show. No one cares about him. He's being outshone by a teenager.
Time. Elliot, you get your 30-second conclusion, and then we're gonna bring up the judges to vote. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, I will just tell you why Rodrigo is a better player. Rodrigo is just much better. He has more title, more La Liga, more Champions League. And when you go to Saka, you look at one of his games. He never dribbled that much. He's not a dribbler. He's not a pure dribbler, and he's never gonna be a pure dribbler. I tell you. Way more better dribbler than him. Rodrigo has so much impact in the game. He can pass, he can dribble, he can score, he can do everything. He's the most talented player Real Madrid has after Mbappe. He's the most talented. He's more talented than Vinny. He's a more complete player.
Time. All right, we're gonna bring up the judges. That was a good start though from both sides. I feel like that was very close. Since Ruben hasn't gone last, Ruben, you're the middle. Ruben, you're going last this time, my nigga. You're the one. You got to make the decision, fam.
You'll put me in the middle then. Yeah, perfect.
All right, cool. All right. So I'll start it off. I'm gonna keep it very simple. I think that was very close. I think both sides, I think Sergio had a better start and Elliot had a better ending. You know what I mean? And both of them were very close. But like Xavier said previously, I agree. I feel like the conclusion is the most important part of a debate. So for the first round, I'm going to go Elliot personally. But I feel like it was very close. Sergio, you did very well. I feel like you were a teeny bit too repetitive as well. Like, I needed to see more variety in your points. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like you made the same points like twice. You know what I mean?
Yo, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You're completely
100%.
wrong. You're completely wrong. What are you talking about? Repetitive? And you say Sergio's the one that's being repetitive? I disagree. Elliot's first minute, insanity. Fire. I was so hyped to see what he was going to say. I was waiting for more. Dribbling isn't everything. Trust me. I grew up on Brazil. My favorite player is Neymar. I love Kaká. I love Ronaldinho. I love all the greatest dribblers. Bro, Saka's not a pure dribbler. Yes, you say it once, you say it twice, you say it 3 times, okay. You said it maybe 5, 6 times. I understand that. But Saka is very, 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 very efficient. He
said that though. He said the word efficient as well.
I know. But bro, he focused on one flaw.
On one aspect.
One aspect. There's many other things you can say. He didn't even mention the fact that Saka is very reliant on his left foot. That Saka is one of those players that doesn't have too much of a right foot. He's decent with a right foot, but he's not like there's certain things
more flaws.
Okay, I hear. My thing is Sergio. The thing that surprised me with Elliot that I really want to give him credit for, because I think out of this tournament and the last tournament, he's the only person to have done this.
No, Elliot wasn't here for last tournament.
I know, but I said he's the only person to have done this.
Oh, he's the first. Okay.
One second.
Okay, Ruben.
Sorry. No, hold on. Because Elliot rebutted as his first round. That takes cojones. Like, he listened to what Sergio said and rebutted right away. Like, I love that. That's fire. True. Like, I love that energy. Keep it up for all the... But Sergio's first round was equally as good. It was a very good starter. Second round, I give it to Sergio. Third round, I give it to Sergio. Conclusion, I give it to Sergio. Genuinely.
Okay.
I think Sergio clean sweep, Elliot, except for the first round.
Cool. I want to say one thing before Ruben makes his decision. Take what Xavier just said with a grain of salt as well, because a lot of judges will value structure. So if you don't have an introduction, that might be points deducted. So it could go both ways based off of the judge. You know what I mean? Because like we said, it's introduction, body, and then conclusion. So structure is important to some. It's not important to others. So take that with a grain of salt. Ruben, make your decision.
Sorry. Structure is important, but the core argument always trumps that. 100%.
Fair. Ruben, go ahead.
Well, I picked Sergio, to be honest. I thought he was consistent throughout the whole debate from start to finish. I got Sergio for this one.
Okay, same. We disagreed the same way on the first round.
Yeah. The topic for this debate is Salah or Hazard. 3, 2, 1, go.
So first of all, Hazard at his best when he started at Chelsea was one of the best players in the world, and he was even compared to Lionel Messi. In terms of play style, he's probably the closer we're gonna ever see to Lionel Messi and Maradona. Of course, you're never gonna see any player like this. Salah only do stats. We see it this season when he has a new system. He can do anything with the new system. Salah at Chelsea had a way worse team than Salah has. The Chelsea team, when he was at it, he had to carry every time. He was the best. In terms of dribbling, he had one of the best season in dribbling ability. In terms of impact on the game, no one came close to him in the Premier League and even in the world. When you go look at the World Cup 2018, sorry, I forgot to say, in the 2018, every game he was man of the game. He was the best. Against France and Belgium, probably 2 of the best game of all time that I saw in the World Cup. He was dribbling. He was everywhere in the field. Salah never did this in the World Cup. Egypt never won a game in the World Cup. And yes, it's Egypt, of course. But still, they're never going to do this. With Belgium, he was the best player of all time. And he had Kevin De Bruyne.
Time. Great introduction. Very great introduction. You ready, Sergio?
Easy.
3, 2, 1, go.
Salah versus Hazard has to be the most forced debate of all time. And we're talking all time. A lot of people like to argue the fact that Hazard's technical ability and peak makes him have a better prime. But we're speaking all time, and all time Salah clears. Both of their primes was in the Premier League. And if we're looking at the stats, awards, and achievements and consistency over a long period in the best league in the world, Salah clears. He won the same amount of Premier Leagues, but in the second campaign, dragged a worse side than Hazard ever was to a Premier League title single-handedly as the top goal scorer and top assister, which Hazard never did. More golden boots showing that he's a better goal scorer. And even people say that, oh, Hazard is a better playmaker. That's just a lie. When it comes to controlling games, what's controlling games is deciding games. And Salah decides games better when it comes to scoring goals and ending games off and getting the points, because that's the most important thing in football. So more golden boots, same amount of Premier Leagues, more playmaker awards, and more PFA Premier League Player of the Years. And he has the most in Premier League history all time. That's above Ronaldo, above CR7, above Alan Shearer, a bunch of all these legends. An Egyptian from Africa.
Time. 2 really good introductions. This could go either way. All right. Elliot, you ready? I'm gonna count you down. 3, 2, 1, go.
You mentioned that Salah has more goal, more achievement, more trophy that he broke record. But yo, if we bring the eye test and the eye test, Hazard is way more better. Salah has no impact in the game when it comes to like pure like impact his game. He stay on the side and he's an egoist. He's selfish. He doesn't pass the ball. He only play for himself. And the reason he has all that goal was pure luck for me because you saw it this season. He can't do anything. He can't do anything with this new team. And Salah had never been a team player. That's why Sadio Mane left. And when Sadio Mane left, Liverpool became way worse. They won the title once because the Premier League at that time was weak and was in reconstruction. Hazard won 2 Europa, 2 Premier League with a way worse Chelsea side. When he won this, he was best player of the Chelsea. He came from Lille. Best player from Lille, came to Chelsea, best player of Chelsea right away, big impact every game. Against Liverpool, he scored an important goal in the FA Cup when he dribbled everyone.
Good second round. You ready, Sergio?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
So you mentioned the fact that Salah's goals are lucky, which is just false. In his first full season in the Premier League, he broke the goal scoring record of all time. He broke it before Haaland broke it. That's an insane achievement for your first full season. Did Hazard do that? No. He won Young Player of the Year in his first season. What did Salah do? He won Premier League Player of the Year. That just shows levels. And you brought up the fact that Hazard won the Europa League. Seriously, the Europa League. Like, that's hard to win. Like, Sevilla doesn't farm it every single year. Let's bring up actual big trophies like the UCL. Liverpool, a big club, hadn't won the UCL in years. Who delivered them who delivered them to the UCL final in their first season? Salah. Who won them the Champions League next season? Salah, with a goal in the final. That's big game performances. So your statement of him saying that he only scores lucky goals and he's not a controller of games and he doesn't offer other stuff than just goals is false. When he offers big games and final performances, which he did in the UCL final, where he delivered the biggest club trophy to his club, which Hazard never did. He got fat. He got sold to Real Madrid and he got bombed.
You did good. All right. Are we ready? 30-second conclusion for both sides, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah.
Or Elliot, you had a second round. Yeah. I'm not tripping. All right.
Yeah, he did a second one.
Elliot, you ready for the 30 seconds? 3. Remember to unmute. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, to conclude this, Hazard for me is a better player. Why? Because he has more impact on the game. When we watch football, it's not only about statistics. Hazard was the closer to Messi, and I repeat, because that's so important. You're never going to see anyone like him again. Never. When you see football in 2025, it's all robotic winger that just do tactic with the coach. There's no winger like Hazard. Never. Salah, yes, he won the Champions League. Yes, he broke the record for goal. Of course he did. But is he going to have the same impact that Hazard had on his team? It's like Mbappe.
Time.
Watch Mbappe.
Fuck it, I'll go last.
There's one more 30 seconds, bro. You're tripping.
Yeah, bro. I was wondering why you joined. I have mine left.
He's too invested in the debate, bro.
We can
I was like, am I bugging? I swear I have 30 seconds.
I know, like, bro, what's going on?
I was like, why did they join? And it was like they gang up.
All right. You ready, Sergio?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, bet. 3, 2, 1, go.
The truth was the statement was all time, not peak, not who's better on the eye test. And the fact is, all time, we take everything into consideration. And like I said, everything into consideration, both of their peaks being in the best league in the world. You ask a majority of fans who watch the Premier League, watch both of them, who was better in the Premier League solely? It's Salah, more golden boots, PFA Player of the Years, delivered in finals, unlike Hazard. Did he win a Champions League? Did he score in the Champions League final? Never. He got sold to Real Madrid where he flopped and was horrible and got fat and ate cheeseburgers. Salah clears in almost every single category other than dribbling eye test, which is outweighed by stat and consistency.
Time.
But to be fair, Hazard won a Champions League.
Yes.
On the bench. Let's keep it up.
He still won it.
That's like bringing up Palmer winning. Wait. That's like bringing up Palmer winning a treble.
Yo, none of this affects the result. None of this.
It doesn't affect it. We're just having a conversation. This doesn't count.
No, I know.
But he's like, why these men getting so heated?
Okay, cool. Ruben, since you went last, I'm gonna bless you. Start us off, bro.
I like how Elliot started the first round, but I didn't like how you said that Salah was lucky. Like, I don't agree with that. And I like how Sergio was. I'm talking about the goals, what you said about the second round. But I like how Sergio was consistent throughout the whole debate. I like the hook when he started the second round. I like his conclusion. There was a lot of structure. Even though I voted for Sergio again the first round, I'm gonna have to vote for Sergio again this second debate. And Elliot, I hope to see you again, and hope next time you can win.
I mean, he still has a chance. Xavier, go ahead, bro.
Oh, you're going last?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to you, because I'm going Elliot.
Be the tiebreaker. I feel like what Ruben and Xavier said both had they're both valid in what they said. Like I do feel like Sergio had the better start, and I feel like in the second round, no, Elliot had the better start, and along the second round, I would give it to Sergio. And in the conclusion, I feel like it was very close. I feel like you guys both ended very strong. Elliot's conclusion was very good. Like Elliot played the card like I just told ET Media to play, like try to take the piss out of your opponent. You know what I mean? Try to, even if it's not fair, but I still gotta go Sergio. I feel like Sergio's argument was more complete. I feel like it was more consistent. I was with him from the start to the end. Elliot, you did very well, bro. Please come back to the next one. I feel like now that you're familiar with how it works, you'll do better next time. And honestly, bro, like genuinely, you did very good.
Mind you, Elliot, I'm not wrong. English is not your first language. Like you
No,
speak French.
In French.
I can tell. Yeah.
The debate
he did good
in a
then.
second language is tough, bro. Respect. I'm not gonna lie.
And it felt like neck and neck. So yeah, he did good.
Yeah.
Merci, bro. Merci.
Thank you guys. Thank
You want to shout out?
Merci
You want to
beaucoup.
shout out your page, your Instagram, TikTok?
Oh, it's El Rose.
Okay, I'll put the link in the bio. All right,
You know
brother.
what?
Thank you, guys.
Let's do a
Thank
French debate for once. Next time, maybe we can do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm done. Okay, thank you guys.
Damn, that was crazy. My boy Sergio came out with the dub. Shout out my boy Elliot. Like I said last time, hope to see you at the next tournament, my boy. Go follow that boy too. Link is in the description. But now, let's get to why we all came here. The final. My boy Mac Knows Ball versus Sergio. Let's get straight to it.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, for this final matchup, we have Neuer against Neymar. So who wants to start for this one?
You can start.
I guess
Sergio,
I'll
you
start.
ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Neuer is simply generational. When it comes to looking at football, and people love to make football all-time 11s, Neymar isn't left wing, is he? No, you put Ronaldinho, you put Thierry on me, baby. You'll put Cristiano Ronaldo, arguably the greatest player of all time, but you're not putting Neymar, not even in his second position at the number 10. He's not the best number 10 of all time. He's not the best left winger of all time. But who's the best goalkeeper of all time? Neuer, no debate. His ball playing skills, his shot stopping, everything has been generational. When it comes to trophies, awards, IQ, and impact in his position, is far more than Neymar, who when he went off to PSG as is supposed to be the main man, big budget, they broke the transfer record, I think, all time signing him, and the PR he came with, and he was in the peak of his powers after winning a treble and winning multiple La Ligas. He didn't deliver. He didn't win the UCL. But who won the UCL multiple times? He won a World Cup multiple times, Golden Glove in multiple tournaments, in the Bundesliga, dominance. It's Neuer. Neuer just clears. He's easily the third best player of this generation. Let's take PR aside. Let's take eye test aside. Let's take nostalgia bias aside. It's Neuer. He was more consistent. All time, he's the best.
1 minute. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Cool, let's go. Left wing, he started off with Ronaldinho. He said Ronaldinho was better than Neymar on left wing. I do not agree with that. Neymar has more goals, assists, more chances created, more key passes, and overall better player. So let's get that away. And you said Ronaldo. Ronaldo is a way better player than Neymar. The generational gap between Ronaldo and Neymar is massive. Otherwise, Neuer is dealing with players that are closer to his caliber. For example, Buffon, he's dealing with Oliver Kahn, he's dealing with Czech, etc. Neymar is dealing with Ronaldo, CR7, arguably the greatest player of all time. Neymar went to PSG 17-18, dropped one of the greatest seasons of all time, individual performance-wise, played against a 17-18 Madrid, arguably peak Madrid, and was the best player across both legs. Eye test alone, he dominated stats, dribbling, chances created. He was literally everywhere on the pitch. He was inevitable. You go on to the Barcelona performance. 15-16, Messi got injured. 3 months. Who turned up? Neymar. Most GA that season. Who turned up 14-15 Champions League final? Neymar. Man of the match. Who got player of the season for 15-16? Neymar, once again, more player of the month than Messi. Messi, the greatest player of all time, by the way. Ballon d'Or winner. Neymar was simply dominating.
Solid. Sergio, you ready? Second round. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
So you mentioned the fact that Neymar is a better player than Ronaldinho, which is just false. If you know ball, you know it's Ronaldinho. They're very close when it comes to ability and what they offer. But Ronaldinho, having a Ballon d'Or, having a prime where he was at the peak of his powers, the best player in the world, undisputed. Neymar never having that just puts him above Neymar. And yes, Ronaldo is arguably the greatest player of all time. But what my main point is in bringing it up was if when it comes to Neuer, he's generational and he's evolved the position. And when you think about goalkeepers, no one else is close to him. You might bring up Buffon or Casillas, but they didn't offer what he did. Buffon never won a Champions League, and Casillas it just isn't as good as Neuer. That's just ball knowledge. Neuer is the undisputed greatest goalkeeper of all time, but like I proved, there are multiple left wingers you can put above Neymar. So he easily isn't the third best player of this generation. It's nostalgia bias and it's PR that makes people think that he is. But when it comes to trophies, awards, prime, impact, IQ, and just what they offer teams, Neuer is better and did it over a longer period with more Ballon d'Or nominations and offering more. So yeah.
All right. Now it's the conclusion, right?
That was
Yeah.
no rebuttal.
No, sorry. The conclusion's after.
No, Mark has another minute, and then
Oh,
they
sorry.
both
I'm
do
not
30
gonna
seconds.
fake it thing. Yeah, he has his rebuttal. He has to rebuttal me.
One more.
And-
Yeah.
Okay. Mac, you ready?
1 second.
All right.
Mac, I'm not gonna lie, we don't allow
Cool.
prep
Let's go.
time, so let's go.
Cool. Okay, that's fine.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Cool. He said Ronaldinho is a better player than Neymar, but that's clearly false. Neymar is he's a better chance creator. He's a better goal scorer. He's also better at running the game. He's a better playmaker. We've seen this live. He has more assists, more goals, more everything. You named the Ballon d'Or, but Ronaldinho had less Ballon d'Or come than Neymar. Neymar had to deal with Messi and Ronaldo, two of the greatest players to ever touch a football. Why are we comparing your Ballon d'Or nominations? Then you say he was undisputed. Neuer was undisputed. No, he wasn't. He had to deal with Buffon. Buffon was amazing. Also was more consistent than Neuer throughout their entire career. Also, Neuer played with a way stronger team than Neymar did. He played with super teams. Under Kansky in 2013, he played with a super team. Franck Ribéry, Lam, what's it called? I think Mandzukic as well. Remind me if I'm wrong. And he also in 2019, 2020, he played in the COVID season, which was a very depleted season, only playing one leg. He played in multiple super teams compared to Neymar, who had struggles. He struggled with the structure in PSG. That's not a fair comparison at all, the way I see it.
1 minute. Let's go. All right. 30-second conclusion. Sergio, you're up. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
In conclusion, Neuer just clears when it comes to being in the argument for the third best player in the Messi-Ronaldo era. Messi and Ronaldo are the two undisputed greatest players of all time. And when we look in this era, there are multiple players you can put above Neymar. You can put Suarez. You can put multiple other players. And the point that I'm proving is that Neuer can be argued and is the third best player of this generation as the undisputed greatest goalkeeper, not just in this generation, but all time. Meanwhile, Neymar's not even a top 3 left winger of all time and has other multiple players above him. When you look at, like I mentioned, impact, trophies.
30 seconds. Mac, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Sure, let's go. No, you can't put Suarez over Neymar. That's simply false. Neymar performed better under pressure, and he's also performed better in seasons. For example, 15-16, where he outperformed Suarez when Messi got injured. You said he's not a top 3 left winger of all time. Yes, he is. GA-wise, he has 700 GA in 700 games. The best goal ratio in football history, or second best behind Haaland. You said he's not in the conversation for the greatest. Yes, he simply is. We've seen what he's done in the final performances in the Copa America. We've seen what he's done in the World Cup. We've seen what he's even done in the league, bro. Come on. What has he done? FIFA nominations, Ballon d'Or nominations, top 10 at 18. Guys.
You're hot. 30 seconds.
Time. That was time.
I was in flow state. I get it. I get that feeling.
Facts. All right, so I'll start it off. I'll break it down why I think personally the first round of the final goes to Mac. I feel like it was very close up until the conclusion. I feel like Mac just ended off stronger. He managed his time better and he got all his points off in his conclusion. I felt like Sergio had some things he wanted to say that he missed out on. That's
Literally.
time management. That's part of it. But I feel like that was very, very close. Like, it's literally like a split second that changed everything for me. So I'll go Mac for the first round, but it could go either way at this point. Ruben, go ahead. Bro.
You're literally spitting facts. And the last thing, my mind literally went blank because I had a point I wanted to say, but it went blank. So yeah.
I could tell, yeah.
Yeah, I thought for the first round it was equal, but Mac had a stronger conclusion, so I'm gonna lean with Mac on this one.
All right, bro. Xavier, it doesn't really matter if you agree because it's already 2-0. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the second topic for the final. So yeah. It's still best 2 out of 3. Sergio can still force a tiebreaker, but he's on the ropes. If Mac wins this, he wins the tournament. Let's find another topic. Mac, give me your 1 minute introduction as to why Pep Guardiola is the greatest Premier League manager of all time.
Cool. I think Pep Guardiola is the greatest manager of all time simply because he revolutionized tactical structure. He won 6 Premier Leagues in 7 years, which is absolutely absurd, by the way. He dominated the Premier League. He dog walked it. He made it look like a farmers league. Tactical. He made left backs, right backs do things that they've never done in football history. So Alex Ferguson never did that. He's never revolutionized the tactical structure the way Pep has. He doesn't have the mind Pep has. He doesn't have the game structure Pep has. He doesn't have the time management or team structure that Pep has. He doesn't have that discipline in the change room that Pep has. Pep has literally changed the entire game for good. He's inspired managers. He's created managers. He's literally creates competition for himself because he literally has no competition. Ten Hag, Mikel Arteta, for example, Maresca, he literally creates a competition for himself because he literally has no competition. He's inevitable as a manager. So Alex Ferguson never had managers that he created himself competing against him. We've had his managers, his teammates, his managers he's created flop. Whereas for Pep, that's not the case. Arteta is literally pushing him to a title right now. Maresca is literally fourth in the table right now. If we look at it from a context view, this guy's literally the goal.
Time. Fair enough, though. Great introduction. Sergio, are you ready? Mac, mute up so for mic control, please. Thank you. Sergio, give me your 1 minute introduction as to why Sir Alex Ferguson is better than Pep Guardiola in the Premier League era.
In the Premier League era, Sir Alex Ferguson just clears Pep Guardiola. We talked about dog walked, but let's look. Who has the most Premier Leagues as a manager? It's Alex Ferguson. He dog walked the league, and he actually had competition. Who was his competition in the Premier League era? Jurgen Klopp, who won 1 Premier League. Wow. Well, what a rival. What competition. Sir Alex Ferguson was facing prime Arsene Wenger with Invincible side. It's argued the greatest Prem side of all time. Didn't lose a game and went Invincible, won a Golden Premier League trophy, and also faced a dominant Chelsea team that would begin to make a dynasty over the 9 years that they were dominating, winning multiple trophies, European trophies, domestic. They were just unstoppable, and they went back to back in the Premier League. The Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool side never did that. They won 1 Premier League title during a COVID season where Man City were having an off year, and Pep has been given everything when it comes to financial backing, the players that he wants. Sir Alex Ferguson had to fight for the Premier League. He made Nicky Butt a Premier League champion. What is Pep ever doing that? No.
Time. Perfect. So that was the first introduction for both sides. Mac, you're ready to give me your 1 minute rebuttal? All right, perfect. And Sergio, I'll give you like 10 seconds prep time as well. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yep, cool. Okay, he said Alex Ferguson has won the Premier Leagues. He spent longer in the Premier League. He spent 20 years. Pep is only 8 years in. Come on, let's be serious here. Pep has won 6 Premier Leagues. So Alex has won 13 Premier Leagues. So Alex Ferguson also dealt with more referees, referee controversy, like actual blatant referee controversy, especially the Arsenal game back in 05, where it was literally the decider for whether Arsenal continue to go unbeaten or not. And obviously, we saw the referee performance that game. And he said Klopp only won 1 Prem. Yeah, due to Pep's dominance. Pep won 6 Premier Leagues in 7 years. Let me reiterate again. Pep has been given everything. Sure, because he's won so much trophies. Trophies give you money. The Champions League literally gives you £300 million, guys. Come on. Of course, he's going to get more funding. And he said he's had, what's it called? Alex Ferguson, yeah, spent longer. Like I said, Pep has spent less and has also won 6 Premier League. So if you calculate the ratio, Pep can win more if he keeps going in the Premier League. So yeah, there's not a fair comparison using Premier Leagues. Once again, Pep is the more dominant manager in the shortest time span.
Time. Good. Great way to pick it back up after messing up. I'm not going to hold you.
All right, thing froze for me. Like,
no, yeah, you're good. It froze for me too. All right, bet. Let's give me your rebuttal. So another 1 minute. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. So you brought up the fact that Pep has revolutionized the game, when really he's killed it. So many football fans will say they don't like watching the Premier League anymore because it's boring, and everyone tries to copy Pep. Meanwhile, no one has been able to recreate the success or systems that Alex Ferguson was using to the best of his abilities. I mean, how many Ballon d'Or winners has Pep produced? What, 1 Ballon d'Or winner in which he robbed Vinny of a deserved Ballon d'Or? Meanwhile, David Beckham was the best midfielder on the planet and got robbed by Rivaldo. A Ballon d'Or in which most people, if you were to ask them who deserved the 1999 Ballon d'Or, is David Beckham, who was the undisputed best midfielder in the world. Meanwhile, Ronaldo, he pushed him to become the greatest player of all time, which is just a fact. He is the greatest player of all time. And who pushed him to that level? Playing him out wide and then to striker and then to winger, which of them had him have his prime in Real Madrid where he won more Ballon d'Ors, is Sir Alex Ferguson. And we brought up the fact that Sir Alex Ferguson spent more years in the Premier League, so of course he's going to win more Premier League titles, but longevity matters. We brought up all time. Who's the greatest Premier League manager all time? It's the man who won more titles, bigger legacy, who'd be on
Cool. I'm just gonna go straight ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can't compare legacy when Pep. You can't compare longevity, however, when Pep has not even played up to 20 years. That's so unfair. Sir Alex Ferguson has 12 years on Pep. Pep has only played 8 years. Let's wait a bit, then we can start comparing. You said Pep has not revolutionized football. What do you mean? He's produced multiple skillful players. Cherki, Foden, Messi, Nico Riley. Like, come on. Foden has been esteemed as one of the most talented players to ever come out of England. And that's literally being proven this season, having a breakout season. Cherki, he can play with skillful players. We've seen. Doku, he can play with skillful players. Sane, Leroy Sane, come on. Pep is time. Cool.
Sergio, 30-second conclusion. Go ahead, my brother.
So you brought up the fact they spent longer in the Premier League, but like I mentioned, longevity matters. He won more trophies over a longer period and created monsters. You brought up the fact that Pep has produced Nico O'Reilly. Are we serious? The man who used the academy, the 92 generation, to win a treble and multiple Premier League titles. Who created the greatest Premier League centre-back duo of all time? Rio Ferdinand Vidic. It's Ferguson. Who created the best midfielder in Premier League history? David Beckham. Ronaldo, the greatest player of all time. So many beasts that no Man City player can chat to. No Man City player ever. Now Sir Alex Ferguson with dominance, more Premier League trophies.
Yeah, cool. I'll go straight ahead too. Great midfielder of all time, who Beckham, KDB easily, created more chances, scored more goals, and overall a bigger asset to his team. Pep literally produced a monster team. He won the treble. He won everything. 6 titles in 7 years. I'll repeat again. This guy was inevitable in the Premier League. He had to create rivals so he could feel competition. Saf never had to do that. Pep is literally a mastermind. He creates managers. He creates players. He creates tactics. He revolutionized the entire game, start to finish. He's literally the GOAT. Period.
Time. Okay. All right, Ruben, go ahead. Start stuff.
Man, I like the points that both of you guys made. I like how Mac brought up how Pep is bringing up his own competition with Maresca and Arteta. I think that's very impressive what he's doing. He did revolutionize the game with his new tactics, and I like the points of Sergio making about the history, how many league titles have Ferguson won overall. I really like both of you guys' points, but I'm gonna lean towards Matt because I agree with his points.
Personally, I think Sergio took that route. I'm not going to hold you because Mac, I think they were both consistent throughout their whole arguments, but Mac messed up for like a good 10 seconds in his second rebuttal, if I'm not mistaken. And I feel like Sergio maybe messed up for like 3 seconds, but he picked it up quick when he was talking about the Beckham Ballon d'Or thing. It was literally like a 3-second fuck up, but other than that, he was consistent throughout his whole thing. And both of you guys were very good throughout the whole debate. So it's a split decision for me. But if I have to lean towards this side, I would go towards Sergio, just off that fact alone. Okay. It just came through. Xavier said Sergio lost them at Guardiola. Didn't revolutionize the sport. So that means Mac takes it. Mac is the winner of the second tournament. And damn, that's crazy. Sergio, appreciate you for coming out, bro. Like, genuinely, you did really well. I thought you took that round personally, but 2 out of 3. Mac, Jesus, bro. Great performance. I think you're the first to sweep a final. What do you have to say for yourself, man?
I didn't really expect myself to win this final, I just wanted to do this for fun, but I respect everyone that came on, it takes a lot of heart to come in, debate, speak to in front of 3 judges as well. Like, it's a lot of pressure, but I respect everyone on this live, it's been a great experience. Sergio, you're very smart. Like I said, before I even went into this debate, he kept me on my toes all the time. I was like, bro, this guy's actually making good points, especially the Neuer debate. I was right. This guy's actually really smart. I had to pick up I literally had to adapt how I was speaking because of how smart this guy was. So yeah, I really respect my opponent and I respect the judges too. Thanks for taking
Appreciate y'all. I appreciate both of y'all for coming up. Sergio, do you have anything you want to shout out? Your pages, your socials?
I mean, you got them. So if you want to put it in the description on
I got you, bro. I'll put everything in the description. Mac, Same shit. I'll put everything in the description. Mac, we'll get you your bread in about a week's time. I'll keep you updated. I'll text you right now. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate both of y'all for coming up. And both of y'all are invited to the next one. Like, genuinely, both of you guys are contenders straight out the gate. So as soon as we're having the next tournament, I'll text both of y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming
I'll
up.
be ready.
That's
I'll
okay,
be
bro.
ready. Next time I'm
Thank you,
taking
bro.
the money. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, bro, Arsenal
Position,
fan
bro.
won today, bro. So hey, we
Yeah,
for
that's
them.
the. I'm fine with
you
that.
see the Bergkamp kit. All right, bro.
I'm
I'll
getting
see y'all.
another £100, bro. Don't worry.
All
Come back for that. Thank you, bro. See you later.
Appreciate y'all for tuning into the End to End podcast. Like and subscribe. Follow us on all socials. So as it stands now, there's 2 winners of the Gauntlet. JK, the Chelsea fan, won the first one. Mac, the Arsenal fan, just won the second one. JK couldn't come to try to defend his title, unfortunately. But hopefully in the next tournament, we get to see Mac versus JK. I feel like that'll be a great matchup. Ruben, you got anything to say to the fans, bro?
Man, it was a great experience. I like to see how guys are coming in here and really debating, showing their passion for the sport, and I can't wait for the next one.
Thanks. Appreciate everybody for coming in. Go follow everyone, all the debaters. Link is in the description. Follow us on all socials again. Like, subscribe. We keep telling y'all niggas subscribe. Like 80% of our viewers are not subscribed. What the fuck is that, bro? Subscribe, man.
It's gonna come.
Come on, bro.
Don't worry.
We're gonna see y'all.